Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 6.
Tonight, the Nebraska primary election is in progress. Our team is out in Lancaster, Douglas, and Gage County, getting the temperature of the people. Mackenzie Johnson is at the Scott Conference Center in Omaha. She's going to be covering the governor, Senate, and House races. Emma Norwood is in Beatrice with the mayoral race there and the huge Norris school bond. Danielle De Silva is in Waverly covering their massive school bond vote. Who will win? Are voters satisfied? And how this will shape the future of Nebraska. Tonight is the night. The Nebraska primary elections well underway. In fact, voters, you have about 2 hours now to hit the polls. From Beatrice to Lincoln to Omaha to Waverly, we've got you covered all night long. What are the issues and races voters are paying extra attention to, and how are voters swaying? Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Rod Fowler. Let's get you to Gage County first, where they have a big decision to make today, the Beatrice mayoral race, and then just north of there, a nearly $35 million bond issue in the Norris School District. Channel 8's Emma Norwood has been talking to voters to get their feelings on how things are going tonight. She joins us live now in Beatrice. Emma.
Hey, good evening, Rod. I'm outside the Beatrice Public Library here, where there's been pretty much a steady flow of people coming in and out to cast their votes. It's actually kind of ramped up a little bit in the past hour as we get closer and closer to those polls closing. Now, the big three candidates for Beatrice mayor, let's talk about it for a second. Dwayne Rue, who currently sits on the city council, is one of those candidates, while also Tyson Parks, who is an associate head baseball coach at Southeast Community College. And the third candidate is going to be Ted Fairbanks, who also currently holds a seat on the Beatrice City Council. Now, a few of the voters that I spoke with today chose not to go on camera, but they did tell me the big issues that they're considering and they're concerned with when it comes to this mayor race are the work being done on the roads out here and almost sort of ramping up the downtown areas, making them more suitable for families and more inviting. Now, we're going to go ahead and switch things back over to Lancaster County, where an issue for the voters tonight is that big Norris bond. Now, it's a $34.8 million 20-year bond aimed at upgrading aging infrastructure and improving the safety at those schools. Now, if voters vote yes, it's a vote supporting authorizing the district to issue the nearly $35 million in bonds for those school improvements and to levy a tax to repay those bonds. Of course, voting no is it means opposing the district issuing the bond and levying that tax. So I'll be keeping a close eye on both the Beatrice mayor race here and that Norris bond issue. And I'll be keeping everybody updated as soon as results start pouring in. But for now, Rod, I'm going to go ahead and send things back over to you.
All right. Thank you, Emma. Norris voters aren't the only ones deciding on a school bond. In Waverly, they're going to be voting on a $64 million bond, and Danielle De Silva is with voters there. She joins us live. And Danielle, what can you tell us at this point?
Well, Rod, since I've arrived here at this polling station, there's been a steady stream of community members showing up to cast their vote. And here in Waverly, the hot ticket item is that $64 million school bond, which had previously failed when on the ballot in 2024. The first time around, the school bond was at $90 million, and an amount that voters say was simply too much. After the school board reduced it by nearly $25 million, many people I spoke with say they can live with that.
So I've seen the community grow, and you have to invest in it.
Yeah, like he said, they believe in investing in the community, and he says that he appreciated the decrease, also mentioning that it comes down to the buildings simply needing it, especially the HVAC system, and an expansion of the school spaces that are becoming cramped for the growing community of nearly 5,000 people. One couple I spoke to say that the decrease did not make a difference for them because they think that changes that are planned should have been done a long time ago and should be done a little bit at a time. Doing it all at once is a heavy price tag, not easy to vote for. They also said that prices are going up across the board, so they don't think that now is the right time.
Stuff that's on there should have been taken care of already in previous bonds. Stuff on there is unnecessary, and it's just sketchy to me, yeah.
Regardless of their final decision, almost all of the voters I spoke to told me that it was important to them to show up here today because they said they believe that their votes count, every single vote. Well, I will be here in Waverly following this count and reporting back. Stay tuned. I'm Danielle De Silva reporting live in Waverly for Channel 8 News.
Thank you, Danielle. Now to Omaha, where many GOP leaders are gathering to see the results of some of the major elections in our state. Let's get over to Mackenzie Johnson, who joins us live from the Scott Conference Center, and she's going to fill us in on what to look out for in these critical elections tonight. Hi, Mackenzie.
Good evening, Rod. You know, they're getting everything set up inside behind me here in Omaha for that watch party. It's set to start in just about an hour. And some of the most recognizable names on your ballots will be here tonight. And they're also hoping to keep their support from Nebraska voters. The Republican ballot is full this primary, and we've got a lot to go through. So let's go ahead and get started here. First up is the contenders for governor. Incumbent candidate Jim Pillen is on the ballots. And the other Republicans up against him are Gary Rogie, J.C. Todd, Sal Holguin, Sheila Korthfaken, and John Walz. Now, Lynn Walz is hoping she can win the Democratic spot on the ticket against Larry Marvin. And two candidates are going head-to-head from the Legalize Marijuana Now party. Moving on now to the Senate race, a lot of people also competing for this seat, which is currently held by Senator Pete Ricketts. He is running for re-election, and only two Democrats are on the ballot battling it out today. Finally, then to the District 1 House of Representatives race with yet another incumbent candidate running for re-election. Congressman Mike Flood is unopposed this primary, and so is Nick Sandman, who is running as a Libertarian. But Chris Backemeyer and Eric Moyer are fighting for that Democratic spot during the upcoming midterms. Now, it's likely that those incumbent candidates will be moving forward to November, but the race will start to take shape tonight as we find out who they'll have to beat to keep their spots. I'll be here throughout the night bringing you updates from the watch party as it starts, and we'll be keeping you updated on our Now Local News app as well. Reporting in Omaha, Mackenzie Johnson, Channel 8 News.
Thank you, Mackenzie. On our website at klkntv.com, you can see live election results. We're going to be updating it in real time as your votes roll in tonight. And then during our 10 o'clock show, we'll be breaking down all of the winners from tonight's election and what it means for the future of our state. Now, let's get a look at your first forecast on this Tuesday evening. Here's a live look outside. This is from our Allocam in the Telegraph District, just east of downtown. A little warm and a lot of sunshine on this primary election day. Rusty, a good one for people to get out there and vote.
Absolutely. We could still use the rain, so we're kind of hoping for that, and a little bit showing up on the radar, but really not enough to make any kind of difference. Lots of sunshine here in the capital city. We got one or two clouds as the flag flies at 27th and Yankee Hill Road, Honda of Lincoln Camp. Lots of sunshine and 80 degrees with a wind gust at 26 miles per hour. There's that sprinkle activity I was talking about again. Did not amount to much and wasn't expected to, but at least it was something. Partly cloudy skies for much of the state, mostly clear skies. So that is it for the chance for precipitation. Temperature-wise, though, hanging on to 80 in Lincoln and Nebraska City, 82 in Hebron, just about everybody else to the north and west in the 70s. A bit of a breeze that will start to die off in the next couple of hours. It's out of the north at 20 to 25 miles per hour for many spots. Temperatures will eventually fall through the 70s into the 60s and the lower 50s by early tomorrow morning, and then warming right back up. We're looking at a pretty decent day tomorrow. I don't think we'll see as much wind, the wind gust especially dying off as we head past sunset. We are going to see a chance for some storms, though, as we head closer to the weekend. That forecast in a few minutes.
Thank you, Rusty. Stay with us. We have more headed your way after the break, including Pillen's hantavirus hopes, what the governor is hoping will continue with the state's current hantavirus operations there in Omaha. We're back in 1 minute.
comfort your home deserves.
We're getting a new perspective on the hantavirus outbreak today from inside UNMC's quarantine facility. Josh Ross-Marin was a passenger on the cruise ship that had the hantavirus exposed passengers on it. He spoke to the public today from inside his quarantine unit. He talked about his journey from the cruise ship to Omaha and how frightened he was when he learned passengers were exposed to the virus. We're also learning what conditions are like inside that quarantine unit.
I don't have any symptoms. Good. I mean, this room is spacious. We have exercise equipment. I have a stationary bike back there, so I'll be making use out of it over the next, month or so. And yeah, there's air conditioning. We get food, 3 meals a day, as much as we need. So my plan right now is to stay for the 42 days. I think that is the best decision that's for me and for my family. And I know that here I'm in the best care possible.
As always, we'll keep you up to date on air and on our Now Local News app as we learn more about the hantavirus outbreak. Well, Governor Jim Pillen is describing the efforts state agencies are giving in dealing with the hantavirus situation. He says that they've been thinking of contingencies for anything that could occur and are working closely with federal partners. He adds that those efforts will continue and UNMC will continue providing excellent monitoring and care of the passengers.
A warm day today with temperatures in the middle 80s. We are going to see the 80s many more times over the next several days. That forecast when we come back.
Well, right now, Bean Shan Lao's family is raising money for rare pediatric brain tumor research. You may remember Bean, who is the brave 5-year-old who finished proton therapy for her inoperable brain tumor. Her family is now collecting donations that will go to the Children's National Hospital in Washington, D.C. They're directing their funds towards astroblastoma MN1 fusion. They're hoping their donations will support research on this treatment and create more hope for kids like Bean who are affected by this rare cancer. Her mother, Nicole, details why raising money for research to this specific cancer is so important.
Astroblastoma is so rare that there's very little research, very little funding, and very few answers about what the future looks like for kids like Isla. That's why we're fundraising, because science hasn't caught up yet, because research saves lives, and because we want a future where if this cancer ever comes back, there are better options, better treatment, and more hope.
They're also doing this in honor of Brain Cancer Awareness Month. They're accepting donations, and the link on the Bravest Bean profile page.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
So it's almost the middle of May, and our normal temperatures are 73 and 50, and we were about 12 degrees above the normal high and 13 degrees above the normal low. It's a warm day today. Nowhere close to the record high or nowhere close to the record low, but still, it was really warm out there. A mixture of clouds and sun, more sun than clouds on our Allocam 21st and L Street. It's a warm day, but keep in mind, these temperatures are not affected by the dew points. The dew points are very low, so these are comfortable, very warm temperatures. You tack on a 65, 70 degree dew point, then all of a sudden it's 80 degrees and you're like, too warm. But middle and upper 70s and lower 80s without a 70 degree dew point does just fine. 82 in Wahoo and Beatrice and Hebron, a lot of 77s towards Columbus, York, Aurora, and Grand Island. Bit of a breeze though today. That north to northwest wind, 20 to 30 miles per hour for a good portion of the day. It's starting to die down though now, anywhere from well, next to nothing to around 20 miles per hour, gusting to around 30 in some spots. But as soon as the sun goes down in the next couple of hours, that wind machine will shut off almost immediately. Little bit of light precipitation here tried to get going in eastern Nebraska. The models did show this yesterday when we were talking about it, and we said between Columbus and Omaha maybe a sprinkle or two. That's probably exactly what we got. A little bit of light rain lingering in a southwestern corner of Iowa. So stormcast very quiet tonight. I mean, really one cloud. That's all that shows up by early tomorrow morning. So a ton of sunshine expected tomorrow. A few clouds start to move in from west to east. Again, Wednesday is going to be a very quiet weather day. A few clouds start to move in from west to east as we head into Wednesday night, maybe a few clouds in eastern Nebraska. So nothing going on there. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit and show you the next chance for strong to severe storms. And this stormcast, most of the models not really showing much of anything because I think there's going to be a capped atmosphere, but starting to see the chance for some strong storms to our south, but it doesn't last very long. And then, like I said, the model's not picking up on it very well, but the chance is there. Basically from about Gage County south, a better chance in this level 2 slight risk. If a storm can get through that cap, we could see a strong to severe storm. Now, we'll skip over Friday because Friday looks like just a hot day. And then Saturday from Interstate 80 south, another chance for some strong to severe storms. And then that expands a little bit further north and west. Of course, this area needs rain more than just about any of us, but another chance for some strong storms on Sunday. Hopefully, we can just see rain out of this and no severe weather because rain is really the #1 thing that a lot of folks need right now. Temperatures right around 50 for the low tonight. Northwest wind eventually dying down, switches around to the southeast. Nice day tomorrow, mostly sunny to partly cloudy. I think more sun than anything, and high temperatures very close to 80. And then on Thursday, which is our bike drive from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., I think we'll top out in the upper 80s, and that wind really picks up out of the southeast, 15 to 30, gusting to around 40 miles per hour. And then 93, that would tie a record high for Friday, 90 again on Saturday. Storms possible Saturday, Sunday into Monday, and then temperatures eventually cooling off a little bit by early next week.
All right, thank you, Rusty. And yes, our bike drive just 2 days away. You can bring any new or gently used bikes to us here at the station. We're going to be in our parking lot all day Thursday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. The bike kitchen will then be refurbishing the bikes and give them to people here in the Lincoln area. Love to see you Thursday. We're just south of 10th and Van Dorn. Coming up next, we head into the Sports Zone. Nate Johnson joining us from State Soccer in Omaha. Hi, Nate.
Yeah, hey, thank you so much, Rod. Plenty of great action already taking place today. We're going to have the latest on State Soccer, talk some Husker baseball and basketball coming up after the break.
Now, from the Channel 8 Sports Zone, sponsored by Greens Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports with Sports Director Nate Johnson. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
Oh, hey, what's happening? It's Nate Johnson rocking with you from here in Omaha at Morrison Stadium, where we're talking NSAA State Soccer Championships today, all about the Class A fellas in action today. And the day started with the 8 seed, Lincoln East, hoping to pull off a stunner against the number 1 seed in Papillion La Vista South. Now, in the first half, it was a lot of defense. Brecken Hines doing some work in the goal today, keeping the score at 0 going into the break. But to the second half, we would go, and the Titans, they would get on the board first, 1-0. The score after that goal. Lincoln East, though, would respond off the free kick. The senior, the captain, Caden Carpenter with a great goal. And all of a sudden, we were tied up at 1. However, the Titans would get a PK and capitalize late, the final 2-1. Papillion La Vista South. We'll talk about the Silverhawks because this was a fun game against Elkhorn South. After regulation, it was 1-1. So to overtime we would go. Both teams trying hard to break the tie. It wasn't until sophomore Ricky Gomez fired one in with his left foot that this game took a turn for Southwest. 2-1 Silverhawks. That just opened up the floodgates. The green and silver would go on to score 3 goals, including that one to win their first game of the state tournament, 4-1. Here was Ricky after the game, the victory, and what it meant to score his first varsity goal.
Feels really good, having my team here. We said we're going to come here and put in the work, and it feels really nice to get this dub, and OT especially. I mean, I feel really good. My first varsity goal of the season, especially in state, and the weight on my shoulders felt really nice. And I didn't believe after that first one, I just thought more was gonna come in eventually,
A big congrats to the Silverhawks, and here's a look at the scores once again from tonight. Titans take down the Spartans 2-1. Silverhawks handle the Storm 4-1 in overtime, and then tonight Lincoln Southeast plays in the nightcap. They take on Omaha South, and we'll have more on that this evening at 10. And hey, if you're going to be out and about watching any of these games up here in Omaha this week, boys or girls, we would love to see you. Scan the QR code on your screen to download the Now Local News app to be a part of all the action here on Channel 8. See your videos featured right here. Get paid for your submissions. Get behind-the-scene access with our Channel 8 team. Now it's also baseball time. Nebraska playing Creighton up here in Omaha as well as we speak. And let's take a look at that game a little bit because they're playing over at Charles Schwab Field right now, taking on Creighton for the final time this season. Nebraska won the first 2 meetings, both by 1 score. And Nebraska, they hold the all-time series over Creighton with an 89-64-2 lead over the Blue Jays in the all-time series. Cooper Katsky getting the nod tonight at the bump tonight for Nebraska. First pitch was at 6 o'clock between these 2 rivals. And we'll have a full recap of tonight's I-80 rivalry coming up tonight at 10. But currently, Nebraska through 2 is leading 2-0 over Creighton. So a good start for the Huskers. We'll see if they can keep it going. Now, the Big Ten released Nebraska basketball's Big Ten opponents for next season, and this schedule is fun. The Huskers will play a home and away with Iowa, Penn State, and Michigan State. The Huskers will go to Purdue, Wisconsin, and Illinois, and then coming to Lincoln next season, Indiana, Michigan, UCLA, and USC, to name just a few. And it's already got me a little excited to watch some Nebraska basketball next season. Busy day for some of our Lincoln teams here. We'll have a full recap from Charles Schwab from Morrison Field coming up tonight at 10. We'll see you there. For now, the Rod will go ahead and send things back over to you.
All right, thank you, Nate. And let's check in with Rusty for a final check of your weather.
If you have plans over the next several days, there's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And tomorrow's a really decent day, around 80 degrees, mostly sunny skies, warming up on Thursday, just a small chance for some storms, especially further south and west. Record highs possible on Friday, storms possible on Saturday and Sunday. Some of those could be strong to severe, then much cooler by early next week. So the long and short of it is, don't get used to one particular day. Things are going all cattywampus.
All over the place. All right, thank you, Rusty. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget special election coverage coming up tonight at 10 and on our Now Local News app. Have a good night.
founded and operated by American veterans and patriots. We bring a warrior ethos to every case. We are Barry Law.
Let your voice be heard by sharing your photos and videos to the Now Local News app. Earn points and redeem them for gift cards. Scan the QR code to join.
Ernie's Mattress First, your local sleep specialists. At Synergy Home Care of Lincoln, we honor those who have bravely served our nation. We understand the importance of supporting our veterans. We're proud to partner with the Veterans Administration to offer care tailored to the unique needs of our heroes. The VA and Synergy Home Care are here to help you maintain your independence. Contact Synergy Home Care of Lincoln today to learn more.
My dad says our new Linux system saves energy.
Well, saving energy means saving money.
A lot of money?
Yep.
Time for a raise in my allowance.
Savings year after year.
A big raise.
Call today for perfect air you can feel in your home and savings you can feel in your wallet.
Lennox. Air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Brian Hester Heating and Air today.
I think this is my favorite. Okay.